y'all, it's your girl T. I'm not gonna be me, and I'm coming back at you with a cabbage recipe. Today, the way that I'm gonna be making my cabbage may be a little, probably a little just like the same way y'all make y'all cabbage, but you know, I go in and I add a little extra of this and a little bit of that, you know, that makes it a little bit different. I make it the way that I like it. So I want to say welcome to all my new subscribers and welcome back to all my faithful loyal family members. I hope y'all enjoy this recipe, and I thank y'all for coming. Okay, I hope y'all really do enjoy this recipe, and I hope y'all learn something different that you may not do to yours, that you may want to try that I have done to mine. So y'all, let's jump right into this recipe. Oh, before we go, I want to tell you about a second channel that I have. The name of my second channel is Bossed Up Cleaner. That's why I put all my cleaning videos, organization, and decorating, and all that good stuff like that. So if you like videos like that, I ask that you go over there to that channel, show us some love, and when you do, subscribe, leave a comment, and let me know that you have joined the family. All right, y'all, let's get into the video. All right, family, so the ingredients that you're gonna need is, first we're gonna start off with the seasonings. You're gonna need you some complete seasoning, Morton seasoning salt, or any kind of seasoning salt of your choice, garlic powder. You're gonna need you some butter. You're gonna need an onion, ham seasoning. This is optional, okay? I just got this out because I like to use it. But you could check Amazon to see if they have that, and also the complete seasoning, okay? Bell peppers, any kind of bell pepper that you want. I got some hog jaw bacon right there, hog jaw bacon. You're gonna need you some smoked sausage of your choice, any kind that you want, but I'm using the Hillshire Farm smoked sausage. You're gonna need your cabbage, and that is it. So this is all the ingredients that you're going to need. You're going to most definitely need your pot that's going to be big enough to fit all of your cabbage. Oh, another thing I want to tell you that you're going to need is some salt and some pepper, okay? But that's, did I tell y'all Lipton onions? Nope. You're going to need 1 onion soup mix packet, the salt and the pepper, but you're also going to need the salt for 2 different steps. But the salt, when it comes to seasoning, is going to be the last thing that we use, because I use all my seasonings, and then if I need to add salt, and one last thing that you're gonna need is some sugar. All right, so now that you got all the ingredients that you're gonna need, let's take all this, get it together, and come up with this wonderful, delicious cabbage recipe. All right, family, first thing first. So we got our cabbage. What you want to do is you want to peel your outer green leaves off. Okay, you want to save these, put them to the side. The reason why you're going to save these and put them to the side is because you do not want to mix these in with the lighter green ones. The reason why you don't want to do that is because the lighter green cooks faster than the darker green. So when you start cooking, you want to start cooking the green ones first. Okay, so let me show y'all a quick way to cut up this cabbage. Alright, y'all, so I know some of y'all is a little old school and y'all is used to doing cabbages, or you know, doing your foods a certain kind of way. You've been doing it the same way for years, and ain't nothing wrong with that. It's just that I find other ways to do it and it still tastes just the same. Alright, so what we're gonna do is, first of all, you're gonna take your cabbage and you're gonna cut this root here off. Alright, so you're gonna come down and cut that right off just like that. All right, so now what we're going to do is we're going to lay that right down flat just like that. You're going to take your cabbage and you're going to cut it in half just like so. All right, so now that we got it in half, you got your root still left in there. What you want to do is you want to come in and you want to cut that root out. So how you do that is you're going to come, the root is shaped just like a triangle. You want to come right around that, cut down right around it, and pop it. I'm supposed to pop it right out, and that's how you cut the root out the cabbage. Okay, and that's what you got right there. All right, so we're going to do the same thing once again. You're going to come down around it like a triangle and pop it out. like that. Okay, so now let me show y'all the quicker way to cut it up. You're gonna take your cabbage and you're gonna roll it over to the flat side, okay? That way it don't be moving on you. And to cut your cabbage the quick way, if it's hard for you to manage 1/2 of your cabbage because it might be big, what you're gonna do is you're gonna take that and cut it down in half, okay? Just like that. So now you got quarters, and you're gonna do the same thing to the other half. All right, so I know some of y'all is used to having cabbages where it is cut up, fine in shreds. You don't have to do all that. You just can get in here and cut this cabbage up nice and, you know, chunky, however thick that you want it. Mine is about this thick, okay? Cut it to whatever thickness that you want it, and make sure it's all about the same size when you cut it, and it's gonna taste just the same. You ain't got to be in here just barely chiseling, you know, just chiseling a little of it off at a time. Ain't nobody got time for all that, honey. Okay, so you just gonna come in here and slice you some same size pieces, okay? And we're gonna get this here over in some salt water and let it soak. You heard what I said, right? Salt water. That means that you're gonna put your cabbage over in that sink, run some water on it, and put some salt all over it, and just wash it with your hands. Just wash your cabbage with your hand. But I'm gonna show you how to do that. All right, so I'm gonna get the rest of this cabbage cut up, and then we're gonna move on to the next step. All right, family, so now we got the green leaves, the outer leaves, the darker green ones. We're gonna cut these up separately. I'm gonna wash them separately as well, okay? So I'm gonna cut these a little bit smaller, that way they can cook a little bit faster. We're not gonna necessarily cut them up just like we did the big pieces, the lighter green pieces. We ain't gonna cut it up that big because we want these to cook and you know, blend right on in with the other ones that we have. So you're gonna get those in a bowl and you're gonna wash them by themselves, okay? Now that I have my cabbages in the sink, I'm running some water on them, and so I'm going to take me some salt. Any kind of salt that you use, just sprinkle you some salt all over that cabbage. And if it's worms or dirt or whatever on them, we is just washing these cabbages off, okay? And I like to take my cabbages and separate the pieces like that, you know, as much as I can, especially the big white ones. I most definitely like to separate those. That way they cook a little separate, you know. So you don't have to do it, but I like to do it because if there's anything in between, it's gonna fall out. All right. So you're just gonna wash these about 2 times. Cabbages really don't be that dirty, but if your cabbage is dirty, wash them as many times as you would like to wash your cabbages. Ain't nobody trying to tell you what to do. I'm just trying to show you how to do it. All right. So you're just going to separate it. Like that. And as you just get down in there, just wash them. Just like you're trying to wash some clothes or something. That's exactly what I'm doing right now, washing clothes. Got me. Honey, loads of laundry. Okay. I didn't get some of that root out. See, that's why it's good to go through it. And just separate it. So I'm going to get these here washed up twice, and then, well, they're going to actually sit here and soak for a second, and we're going to go over and start cutting up our veggies. So now I got my onion and my bell peppers, and we about to just get this here cut up. And you can cut them however you want to cut them up. They ain't got to be too small because they all going to cook down anyway. So it ain't really going to make a difference whether you cut it up small or you cut it up big, you know. Because you don't want it to be all chunky and stuff in your cabbage. Unless that's how you like it. Unless that's how you like it now. But everybody don't. So going to get that off like that. Just like so. And we're about to cut this onion up. But you can dice it up like I said if you want to. I'm just not. I'm going to give it a rough chop. And call it a day. Alright, so now we got that. Alright, so now I got my bell peppers. And I'm just going to do the same thing. I'm going to clean them out, clean the seeds out. And rough chop it. Okay, so when I get all these cut up, we're going to move on to the next. Now that I got my my bell peppers and my onions cut up, my cabbage and all of that. So now we're going to take our sausage and we're going to get this here cut up to whatever size that you want to cut it up. It's just whatever you want to do. Listen, I'm not here to tell y'all what to do. I'm just here to show you how to do it, okay? So I'm just going to take mine and cut them up into nice size slices on the diagonal. That way it give them more of a, a little fancy look, y'all, okay? Like that. Now that we got everything all cut up, what we about to do is we're going to take some of our hog jaw bacon. You can use hog jaw bacon or you can use just regular bacon. It don't matter. Just use whatever kind of smoked meat that you want to use. You can use smoked turkey. You can use ham. You can use smoked neck bones. You can use pigtails. You can use some pig feet. But whatever you use, I ask that whatever it is, make sure that it's some kind of smoked meat. Smoked meat give it that nice flavor, y'all. Okay? So, what I'm doing is I'm taking my hog jaw bacon and I'm just layering it right on in my pan, in my pot. And we're just about to render off this fat and fry it up just a little bit, okay? Okay, family. So, now we have rendered some fat off this bacon, as you can see, and we're going to be using that for the, you know, as the grease for the cabbages or whatever. You don't have to cook as much bacon as I am. I just like the flavor, and I like that. I love that fat that's in there, y'all. Okay, ain't gonna tell no lie. I like to get a piece of this fat, especially when it cooked down. Hold on. Alright, family, so like I was saying, now we done rendered off the fat. And so what we're about to do is we're going to add some of these bell peppers to it. And you want to start sauteing these right here in this fat. Along with that, we're going to add our sausage. And onion. And we just want to start just getting these a little brown. That's it. This gonna be good, y'all. Alright, y'all, so now I got all my cabbages washed, and I got my meat browned up, and my bell peppers softened, my onions translucent, and everything is ready to go. Alright, so now we're about to take our cabbage, and you're going to start adding your cabbage. I know this is a little pot, but cabbage is cooked down, so we're going to start adding our cabbages to this, and as it cooks down, we're going to add more. So to help it cook down a little bit faster, take your cabbage, take a lid and put it on top of your cabbages, and it'll help cook them down a little bit faster. Don't add any water. Please don't add no water, because cabbages make its own water. So don't add any water to your pan. Turn your eye down if you have to. See, I'm trying to get as many as I can in there. I know I'm stuffing y'all, but this is how you're supposed to do it, okay? Let it just run on over. It's gonna cook down. Alright, family, I moved a little fast on y'all and got my cabbages on in the pot and forgot all about putting my green cabbage, the green cabbage first. I'm sorry. I'm just so used to not having the green parts because I don't cook. Most of the time I don't cook these because at the grocery store I take them off. Alright, so what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna just go ahead on and put these over in a separate pot, and we just gonna cook these down, and when they start getting tender, what we're gonna do is we just gonna add them right on over in the pot with this, and it's gonna be the same difference. But what I should have did was just took it and put it in here first before I started adding that, but I forgot, y'all. Okay, family, so the cabbages have cooked down. They starting to get tender, and I got them all in the pot. They looking good, and now we about to season them up. So now this what you gonna have to do. I like to add sugar to mine, y'all. I don't know about y'all, but when I'm cooking a green and stuff like that, I always add me just like a little teaspoon or maybe a tablespoon of sugar. Not enough to even make it sweet. It's just enough to take out that green taste. And I added as much as I did because I got a lot of cabbage. Alright, so now I'm going to go in. First of all, this is going to help me judge my seasoning. We going to add these back here. They still boiling in water, okay? But I'm going to go in with my onion soup mix pack. Then I'm going to go in with my garlic powder and season to your own taste, okay? My seasoning salt, just a little bit. one season that I have forgot to tell y'all about, but and I love to use this in my cabbages, greens, and stuff like that. Some celery salt. I don't like the cut up celery and put it in there, so I like to use celery salt. So I'm gonna just add just a little bit of that. It ain't gonna take a lot. Then I'm gonna add me some complete seasoning. And just a little tad bit of my ham seasoning. Just like that. Alright, so now we're about to get all these seasonings mixed into our meat. Into the cabbage. Still not adding any water because you're not going to need it. I'm going to take, I know we got oil from the bacon, but it ain't nothing like cabbage. And you add some butter to it, okay? And this is margarine, I know, but add you some butter. I promise you it's going to take your cabbages to a whole nother level, y'all. Then I'm going to add me just a tad bit of black pepper. Not too much. Now make sure when you browning your meat and your bell peppers and onions and stuff like that, make sure that you're not overcooking it and burning it. I ain't gonna say overcooking it. Make sure you're not burning it, because once you start burning it, it's gonna have that burnt taste in your cabbages and you don't want that. So look how much these is cooking down, y'all. So I got my seasonings in there. So the little seasoning that I do have so far, I'm just gonna let this here continue to come together, and then I'm going to come back and taste it to see if I need to add me any more seasonings. But I don't want to over season it because I'm not going to be able to take it out, but I'd rather add a little bit at a time, and as I need to come back and add some. Okay, so this is what we got so far. And you don't want to overcook your cabbages, so cook them down on like a medium. That way they'll slowly cook for you instead of cook fast and then you end up with some mushy brown cabbages, and that's not what you want. Okay, family, so got my cabbages here. I got the green ones back here, and the water done cooked out of them. And they tender. So now I'm going to take them and I'm going to add them right on in here. And give it a good, mix it all up together. And now the green parts of the cabbages is just going to sit there and soak up that flavor. But these cabbages here is done, y'all. I'm just going to turn this eye off, and I'm just going to let it sit here. I'm going to taste it to see if I need any more seasoning. And if I don't, then I'm good to go. But we just going to let this, I don't have to leave the eye on just to let the green cabbages soak up the flavor, because those cabbages is already done. Alright, only thing we did was just took them and just mixed them together. So I might start doing it like that for now on out. That way I can go ahead on and get started with my cabbages, because normally you gotta do the green ones, wait, then do the light ones. But if I just do them both at the same time or cook the green ones in a separate pot, then make it quicker. So yeah, it don't matter whichever way you do it. As long as it tastes good, that's all that matters. Let me get me a fork so I can taste it. So you want your cabbages look nice and tender. You don't want them all mushy. That cabbage is good, y'all. I don't need nothing. Nothing at all. Oh yeah, let me get me another bright, honey. Y'all, that's hitting right there. We don't need nothing else, y'all. That's it for the cabbages. Y'all gonna get it in the pot because I'm cooking dinner, and I just got too much going on, y'all. So I hope y'all just forgive me, but it's going to be in the pot, okay? Alright. So thank y'all for watching. I hope y'all enjoyed this cabbage video. If you try them, leave a comment and let me know whether or not you tried it or not and how you liked it. Until next time, this your girl Tiana. I can only be me. Peace, love, and many, many blessings to each and every one of you guys. And I'll see y'all in the next video. Peace.